All right, when we last left off with the Phoenix Rangers, four of our party members having made their way to the island of Mystistrix via various modes of transportation, some making their way by way of boat, Captain Lunarion, Talani, and Sprocket, whereas upon arrival, No-Beard Gog was mysteriously transported to this island due to the magical machinations of the fiendish Lord of Hell, Asmodeus. And our party members having been a part of two opposing sides here, caught within the web of fate, a battle between the Griffin Knights of the great country of Westweld and the Goblin Chieftains, led by Cain Blooddrinkerkin, brother to none other than Duke Ungi Blooddrinker, the previous Duke of Ludus Bay, slain by the party, in fact. And after meeting on the battlefield, a short parley ensued when two members, Talani and Sprocket, spotted each other across the battlefield. And during this time of tumultuation and confusion, No-Beard Gog sprinted into a darkness that was created by Lunarion and manifested his own earth elemental once again to wreak havoc upon the battlefield. And in this chaos, Lunarion, within the shadows of this dark spherical area, one by one cut down the various goblins and orcs of the Greenskin clan, ensuring that none would bear witness to the events of the night, but all would remember what happens when you command the Phoenix Rangers. And as they made their way and struck down all of the orcs, the Griffin Knights were berated back into the Griffin Watch Gatehouse by the Earth Elemental, led by the last remaining Goblin Chieftain. And through the night, you guys will hear the continuous boom, 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 as the Earth Elemental continues to bang and bang on the doors of the gatehouse. And it was in this time, during the Great Retreat, that Talani, holding up the front lines with his squire, young Squidlin, defending the gate, the bridge of the Griffin Watch, from any goblins that would try to make their way into the gatehouse. And it was at this time that a goblin snuck out of the darkness with his sword raised and slashing wildly ran into Talani, dealing a crucial blow. And as he fell, the voices of his parents began to emanate to him from his necklace. But unfortunately, after one nat 1 roll and a successive low roll, I think it was a 9 failure, Talani Spades did fall here on the bridge leading to the gate watch. Now the party, still within the fray of combat and under the guise of this darkness, has yet to had a moment to gather up and discuss the events that have just happened. Completely unaware of the presence of some very familiar footsteps. Lunarion, No-Beard, Sprocket, what would you like to do?
Where's the rest of this loot?
Sprocket is still going through loot.
Yeah,
Lunarion is the
No, sorry, go ahead.
Lunarion, as he looks around and at the people he's killed, he sort of goes to step out of the darkness
You kind of step over Kang's like bleeding body as his decapitated head is kind of laying there.
Yeah, as he sees Sprocket first. Sprocket! Where were you?
Right here. I've been right here the whole time. Like, what do you mean?
So you've been looting bodies during this battle?
Nah, I fought a guy a few times. Like, I think I fought like 3 people, maybe something like
Who
that.
did you kill? Did you take account of who you killed on which side?
No, I didn't.
Did you kill anyone at all, Sprocket?
Suddenly I don't remember. Maybe
Wait. Sprocket, to the left of you.
to the left.
Yeah, is that? No.
Oh yeah, that's Bogren. Yeah, man, we found No Beard Bogren.
No beard bar Sprocket. Is that Talani? As I
You talking about Fellaini? Yeah, man,
Oh,
he didn't make it.
why didn't Talani just stay on the fucking boat?
Because it gets boring.
Did you see who killed him?
No, I think I
How
was
did he even
doing
end
something.
up in this mess?
Excuse me.
I went back to the boat to retrieve him, if you remember our conversation from before, when I let you go with the rest of the goblin troops. But when I arrived at the boat, he was not there. So for how long had he been away?
I don't know. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, it's one that's rattling my brain a bit. I am so sorry for our loss. Talani was a good member, but I have an idea on a way that we can get...
Gog sensing that there's like 2 friendly figures around, steps out the darkness.
Get him back.
There you are, Lunarion. I've been looking for you, friend.
Sprocket, are you seeing this too? Or am I hallucinating?
Oh,
On the
nah, man.
battlefield? What's they casting?
Yeah, I told you, bro. We found no beard. Bob. Yeah, he's been
Beard.
here the whole time, bro.
No, that is not no beard. That is no. Is you? Who
It's,
are
it's
you?
nice to see you again.
You are not no beard. Asmo. Did you send a fiend?
I am no fiend. I'm your friend. I'm no beard. It's me.
You are no friend of mine. Take up your arms.
These arms that I have, Lunarion,
No beard.
as he just puts his hands up.
I refuse to believe you are no beard. You could not have released yourself from the clutches of Asmodeus' domain. Not on your own. If you are no beard, where did we meet and who were we with?
Where did we meet? It's me, man. It's me.
Funny.
It is funny.
Who are we with?
It's nice to see you again. We met at
Who are we with as he prepares an Eldritch Blast?
Lunaria, you won't strike me. It was
Who
me,
are
you,
we
Arrow.
with?
The original Phoenix Rising.
No beard. How are you here? No beard. I'm here. I'm here now. No beard.
Please calm down.
No, let me see your hands.
as he shows Lunarion his hands.
As clean as ever. I'm so glad you did not become a madman out of all that you've been through. But no, be it, how are you here?
You're a smart man. I was let go.
No, beard, how are you here? This is no time for your games and riddles. Let go of what? From who? By whom?
He looks at Lunarion deep in his eyes. I was let go. You're a smart man. You'll be able to figure that out.
No, beard. As I look up, as I can clearly see that big ass elemental up there. Is that your elemental up there, No Beard? What are you doing here? Are you fighting on the side of the goblins? Or are you fighting on the side of the Griffin Knights?
I'm fighting on the side of my own. I was here looking for you, and I found you. So, where now, Captain?
A side of your own. This is bad, but I have an idea. Listen, Delaney here. He failed during battle. I do not know for which side he's fighting on, but I have an idea of how we could bring him back. And I have an idea of how we can resolve this mess. Seeing as I've killed all of the goblin leaders, we need to perhaps have parley with the Griffin Knights.
There's a way to bring him back?
I don't know for certain, but it's worth a try. No, Beard, I need you to accompany Sprockets and I back to the Goblin camp immediately. Do not do away with your elemental. Allow him to continue his rage. How much time does he have left? Do you know?
Gog thinks about how much time he has left. How much time do we have left?
I think you said
you got about an hour.
Yeah. So I just pretend that you said that. So with an hour, understood. So that buys us some time. I have an idea. Sprocket, I want you to come with us. No Beard, accompany me, please. And don't say much. Don't say what you've been doing. Don't say where you've been. Just listen.
And do. Like I said, it's nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you as well, but we will have a conversation about how you've come back. But first, as he walks up to No Beard and
yeah, Bog, we gotta talk about that, man. How'd you get back?
He hugs him, actually.
Do you accept the hug, No Beard?
You accept the hug.
All right. As you two share this embrace here on the bridge near Talani's bleeding out body, you have Sprocket that's going around as he's kind of talking to you guys, picking up various loot packets and finding some items all together. One moment. Just move the loot pile right above you guys. So if you click on that greatsword, you should be able to see all the items that you guys are able to pick up. Looks like there's 2 great swords, 10 scimitars, 3 light crossbows, 10 pieces of leather armor. About half of them are in really bad shape though. You got about 10 shields of various wear and tear. Some of them look like they probably were magical, but in the fighting they've kind of been reduced to just their physical strength. There's 1 heavy crossbow. There are 3 great swords. There are 3 pieces of plate armor that are usable. There are 10 short bows that appear to still be in good use. There are 3 pieces of half plate armor. And then there are some shields that are laying about, 3 actual magical shields that did make it. So you guys can split that amongst the 3 of you. And then once you figure that out, we will proceed over to Miss Districts.
Sprocket, how much of this loot can you hold?
All of it. Everything.
Please take everything. We can sell those, but I leave all of that up to you, as I know that that is your goal with your life.
All right,
Rock,
Sprockets.
how do I expect? How do I get all of this?
You should be able to drag it into your inventory, but I will do it here. One sec.
I see
It acts as
withdrawal
a vault,
deposit
so
for
it should be
items.
like, yeah, like a drag and drop, like Baldur's Gate 3. But let me see.
I don't even see my inventory. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, they got figured out.
All right, we'll have to get all that in your bag of holding, but right now we should be good. So Sprocket kind of stuffs everything into his bag of holding, and you guys make your way Optimus Districts. As you guys walk by, you do get one last glimpse at Talani's body that is leaning against the wall here on the bridge. What would you guys like to do here? As you can see and hear from behind you, there are several Griffin Knights that are kind of yelling, as some of them appear to be appearing over the ramparts and are firing down crossbows at the elemental that is like banging on the gate of the Griffin Fort. They are trying to prevent this thing from breaking through the door.
Delaney, you wait here. You cannot hear me, but we will be back, and I will do what I can to recover you. We need to hurry so that they do not see us.
Into the darkness we go then.
Yeah,
Oh my
into the
goodness, this
darkness.
map. I'm of course going to edit this part out, but you can clean a lot of that up now that we're like walking away, probably.
No, yeah,
my
you
whole
guys are
joint
good.
is
So, yeah.
freezing up. Yeah,
You guys pop up into the swamp area of Mist Districts, where you guys are now walking back towards the goblin area. And as you guys are walking, you do come across Gog, that little stone wall that you created previously to escape the goblins at one point. And you could use it as a shortcut to get back across if you would like. Sprocket and Lunarion didn't come that pathway, so instead of taking a long way around, you do know of this little shortcut.
I know a
I would
shortcut.
like-
Would you?
Go ahead.
You would like what? What would you like to do, Captain?
No, I would like to tell you of my plan before we proceed.
I'm all ears.
Sprocket, could you stand over there as I usher him over to like one of the large trees on the far side? Because I don't really want Sprocket to hear this plan.
You're gonna leave me left out?
I'm not gonna leave you left out, Sprocket. What I would want you to do as your captain is to
Oh
take
no, it's okay.
inventory.
It's okay. You got your own friend. You found your friend.
Well, no,
it's okay.
Sprocket. This
No,
is actually
no,
an
it's
important.
okay. Nope.
It's
No,
an
it's
important
okay.
job that
Nope.
only you could do, Sprocket.
Yeah,
only
yeah,
you.
okay. Yeah, sure.
Could you take inventory of the loot and sort of estimate how much gold you think you can acquire by selling each individual piece of loot? I have an idea of where we can sell them. On our way to Lyandarin.
Done that. I could have done that and killed people, but it's okay. No, it's fine.
No, but can you do it
Sorry.
now though?
Yeah, sure. I can do it that way. You guys have fun together. It's fine.
We're not gonna have fun, Sprocket. This is serious business. Just like
Yeah,
what you're
okay.
doing is serious business.
Sure.
Sprocket, you are the smartest among us. No one can do what you can do. You're the only one who could do this.
I mean, I am pretty smart. Yeah, I'm not.
You are seriously the smartest of us. I could never do it, Sprocket. Thank you. You have my
You're
great
welcome.
my praises.
Anything for you, buddy.
Likewise, Sprocket. Likewise. As I sort of ask him to move away just a little bit further. As I look at No Beard and I say, okay, No Beard. Here's the plan. When we first got here, I had to fight a goblin leader. His name is Kang. Names do not matter here, but please follow me. Kang ended up killing one of the Griffin Knights. Now, we actually killed the Griffin Knight. Sprocket did. We cut his head off, but you know, that's neither here nor there. What I want to do is tell the goblins remaining that their leaders are all dead. They all perished by the Griffin Knights on the battlefield. We survived because we were trying to give them backup after leading them in, and they wanted to, you know, do the rest. But while we were, you know, giving them assistance from behind, Diddy, they actually perished in battle. It was unfortunate. Some of the magic users on the Griffinite side actually wielded some magical arts in which allowed them to, expend some darkness over the battlefield, causing the goblins to be blinded, with the exception of one nasty goblin that had a lot to say. And we actually went ahead and, we tried to recover most of the bodies, and we were unable to do that. So, I'm sorry, I'm lost in a train of thought as I just read a message in my mind. We are back now. So, what I would like to do, No Beard, is tell the goblins that we will negotiate a surrender on their behalf. One of the goblins here I wish to take with us back on our ship as I tell you the rest of what we're here in the first place, or why we're here, and where we're trying to go to. All right. After, we will take the body of the Griffinite that was killed in the goblin camp back to the Griffinite hideout where I'm assuming you came from, and also take Talani's body. We will take Talani's body, or we will take the body of the Griffinite that died, offer it up, and say, hey, we actually killed the goblins, the goblin leaders, in your stead after we stumbled across that camp after they had already moved out to your environment, I assume, for a battle that I was totally unaware of. And we killed the goblins because we saw them to be the villains in the situation. So we took care of that side of business. All of the goblin leaders were slayed by me. Now, granted, I could tell you the real reason why I slayed them another time, but that's beside the point here. We have little time I'm trying to make within this hour. In addition to that, what I want to do is offer them to Laney and say, since we helped you all, could you reward us in any way? And in addition to whatever reward, because we will need gold and items and things like that for our journey, could you revive Talani? If they are unable to revive Talani, I am so sorry, but we will have to cremate Talani and pour his ashes in Lyandarin. It is the only right thing to do, because none of us can revive the dead. Does that make sense?
Captain, you've been hanging around Amnes a lot, haven't you?
I've gotten better at this, Snowbeard.
Yeah, that was a lot of yapping. It reminded me of Amnes.
Yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah,
Amnes does yap quite a bit, yes, and he has not yapped. Besides the point, Snowbeard. So, Sprocket will actually stay with the individual here. Her name is Vash. Sprocket will keep eye on Vash to make sure that she's getting everyone together, and gathering anyone who may want to come with us. We may need some individuals to help us on the smithing side of things and with weaponry and things like that. Cool. In addition to that, I would like to loot this area as much as we can, because we cannot assure that the Griffinites will give us anything at all. We will still need items for our journey. Does that make sense?
it makes sense. I'm going to forget a lot of that.
It's totally okay. I am honestly just saying this as it's been in my mind this entire time, and I finally get to say it out of my mouth. This is the first mission, if you would, that I've been able to think of as a leader. After seeing those goblin leaders, I feel like I understand what I want to be as a leader, because I will not be them. They led their people into ruin. I will not do that. They were powerless, weaklings, and we are strong, and we are only getting stronger. And now that you're here, the possibilities are endless again. Sprocket, please come back. Your audit, how did it go?
It was good. I think we got a lot of golds.
Excellent.
Like
so,
over 15.
Over 15. So 15 times 15 times 15 times 15 golds.
Yeah, a few 15s. Makes
Excellent,
sense. Yeah.
Sprocket. Makes sense. Thank you. Could not have done that with anyone else. You are the greatest, Sprocket, when it comes to the numbers.
Thank you. I try. You know.
All right, so I have another special task for you, Sprocket. I need you, when we return to the Goblin Camp, to monitor over Vash, as I wish to bring her back with us on our boat ride to Lyandarin. Can you do that?
No.
But, Sprocket, here's a bonus. We will loot the Goblin Camp. All of it.
But why can't I go? You know what? Yep, you're doing it. Yep, you're doing this thing. You don't
Sprocket.
replace me.
No, I didn't. No, Sprocket, you're going to loot. We're all going to loot. More golds, Sprocket.
Yeah, but you're about to make me stick over here with these big green nasty people.
Sprocket, do I speak their language?
How do I know?
Sprocket, I've had you translate since we've gotten here. Sprocket, you're the only one that could do this monumentous quest. You're the only one. You speak their language, Sprocket. You can even lead them, Sprocket. Think so small, Sprocket. The possibilities for you. This.
What if I tell you I'll just say gibberish?
That's totally fine as well, Sprocket. Because your gibberish has led us here, and we continue to triumph because of your gibberish.
I don't like it. You're doing something, and I see through you. You're hiding it behind compliments. I'm gonna kill you one day.
Sprocket, I've always felt like you could see right through me, and that's why you've been one of my favorites in the group for so long. There's no problem with that, Sprocket. Honestly, I think that's what makes us grander friends than most people out here in the world. Do you not agree?
Yeah.
Sprocket puts like he makes a little motion like with his eyes and then points his fingers at him like, I got my eyes on you, buddy, type thing.
Yeah, let's go with these little green nasty people. Come on.
Oh, always
Right.
keep your eyes on me, Sprocket. That's how I know I will never die, because Sprocket has my back. Now, let's proceed. As we make our way down in the goblin camp, each little hideout you see, if there's no goblins around, please go in, take a look around, especially the leaders' camps, and loot what you can. Let's go.
Right.
All right. As you guys start navigating through the swamp, are you following No Beard, or is Lunarion and Sprocket going to lead the way back?
It depends. If No Beard calls out that he hasn't, we can do No Beard's way.
Captain, this area is familiar. I've actually been here. I have a little shortcut if you're not scared of water.
Have you been everywhere? No Beard. Why didn't you return to us sooner?
You should know that answer. You can answer that for yourself. Just think about it. You're a smart man.
You just got here. I'm sorry. I'll take your route, No Beard. Lead the way.
Okay.
Alrighty. No Beard leads you guys back towards his wall construct here. And you guys cut away across a smaller part of the swamp. And as you guys come through, you pass what appear to be some very large trees. And then also, No Beard, you guys pass by what looks to be, you're like approaching that shrine area that you first appeared from when you left Asmodeus's temple. All right. And as you guys walk past that temple, you get into what appears to be like a little clearing here. No Beard, this is about as far as you got with the goblins, and it's about as far as you can associate with their location. Lunarion and Sprocket, you guys are familiar with this area and know if you keep continuing off to the east, then you'll eventually make your way to the goblin camp.
I don't know where to go next. I assume you do, though.
We got it from here. Sprocket, do you remember the way? It's east, right?
Yeah, but it was that way. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Sprocket, actually, you lead.
Yeah, you follow me. Yeah, I'm the captain right now, okay? Yeah, you guys follow me.
Let's go.
Sprocket leads the gang.
All right. And you guys make your way through the swamp. Go ahead and give me a survival roll really quick. Let's just see how not easily you're able to navigate here through Mist District. Yeah, 16 is going to do it. All right, cool. So you guys managed to safely navigate, avoiding any potential serpentine or lizard-like traps or ambushes, particularly using both Sprocket's just goblin ingenuity here within this goblin swamp, as well as Lunarion's serpentine intelligence and communication skills, you guys managed to navigate all the way back to Nam Swamp. It takes you about 30 minutes to get there. Navigating through, you guys shaved off a lot of time with that shortcut from Gog, as well as just your general familiarity with the area. And as you guys break away back into what is known as Nam Swamp, you come up to the hideout once more, and you can see the brazier still lit across the camp. As you look out over this flooded landscape, you can see that there are still several large fires are going, and it appears that maybe there are even more fires than previously. You have the smell of what appears to be like food and roasted vegetables and things that are filling the air here in the swamp, and is actually masking over the typical kind of pungent earthy, gamey smell that you're used to here. And as you guys walk up, you notice that there are still an orc and a goblin that are still standing at guard at the entrance of the camp. Sprocket, No Beard, and Lunarion. As you guys approach, one moment, I'll put you guys on the map. Yeah, so you guys are standing on the opposite end of the bridge, and across from you, you guys are standing in a dark area, so they cannot actually see you, but you guys can see the well-lit braziers across from the bridge, and it looks like an orc and goblin are kind of walking in a circle, maybe guarding watch over this bridge. What would you guys like to do?
Is this the camp?
Yes, I do believe this is the camp. Here, let's progress. Sprocket, could you translate again?
Sure.
All right, as we make our way up across the bridge, and then Sprocket too.
As you guys make your way over, you eventually do walk into a bit of firelight as one of the goblins calls out,
Hey, who is that?
near the wall. Oi! Stop right here! Names?
Rocket.
Lunarion. That is No Beard Gog.
Were you two
Sprocket.
not with the raiding party?
Sprocket, tell them that this is an emergency. The raiding party has almost all perished. All leaders have perished, and we need to speak with Vashina and others here in the Goblin camp.
I think they can hear you, Lunarion.
They can't understand me, though.
You just responded to me was speaking in common.
What language are they speaking, Rock? Are you just saying that just
No,
to say
yeah,
Tom?
they were speaking in common. They were.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I just said that to them.
As they go, why are you not with the men fighting and dying?
Someone had to come back and warn your people of what's to come.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check here. Natural 20. He goes, oh, okay. Come on, I knew we should have went with the fight. We're no use back here. I'm a gut fighter. You're a gut fighter. Let's go. And they take off towards the Griffin Watch to try to get into the fight. And they say, get anybody else and tell them to come aid us. We need all the men we can get.
Oh, we will do.
And they take off. As you guys enter the camp and begin to kind of walk around the camp, now it's quite obvious, just with the smell, and as you guys see, there are various. There aren't very many orc men or goblin men still remaining. As you look around, you can see plenty of women and young goblin girls that are kind of walking around, hanging up various victory banners. Some of them are preparing caskets and what would look to be like gurneys to perhaps carry some of the dead or injured from the battlefield. But there appears to be a large contingent, and those are like the more elderly women that are getting ready. They've been through this before. They know the goriness of what is to come. You know, once a great battle like this is to be had, of going to retrieve the sons and fathers. But you see that some of the younger ones that are more optimistic are preparing victory banners, and it's almost as if a feast is being prepared to welcome back the victorious warriors. As you guys are walking through, you make your way across the first island here, and you see a lot of people are setting up what would be like the victory entrance for everybody. And you look across, and you know that Vashna and the women that made your sigil, the woman that worked on your Jolly Roger, is just across one more island bridge. And so you guys make your way over there. You look around and you see a lot of older women that are kind of making flower necklaces, and they appear to be attaching reeds and things together to create items that they would throw, you know, over until the marching army as it returns back from its march. And so everybody is kind of working on these tasks here. So there's a bit of a flurry here with all the women and girls kind of preparing for the men to return home. Let me get a perception check from all of you to try to see if you can spot Vashna here in this group. Yeah, so Vashna is not immediately visible to you guys. It seems like there appear to be a lot of more women here than you saw previously when you were here. Mostly a lot of soldiers were around, and they kind of crowded out. But there are a lot of women, and a lot of them look very similar. Being orcish, you guys not very familiar with the physiological differences here, so it would take some additional searching to try to look around. But you do see various people kind of undertaking different tasks here. You could interact with them and talk to them as well, or continue to kind of search and look for Vashna.
Sprockets, I'm not seeing Vashna anywhere. Huh. No beard, you
Think she
wouldn't know
died?
what Vashna looks like. You think she died? Vashna wasn't on the battlefield.
Oh,
This is interesting. Okay. So, we've passed some houses already, I believe. Sprocket, do you wish to... Can everybody now... Are we speaking the same language now, Rock?
No, you are not speaking the old Orcish, but you have heard some people speak common here, so it just kind of depends. You don't know what people are going to speak.
Okay. Sprocket, for now, we will wait on the looting. But we need to go and find Vashna and quick. So let's go and speak to some of these individuals here.
fine. Come on. Who are we gonna talk to?
I'm sorry, but as I'm looking around, there's just too many people. Vashna! As I just yell it repeatedly, as I'm hoping that Vashna will hear her name being called.
Yeah, one moment.
You've always been good at yelling.
Oh, beard. I've actually quieted down a bit.
Unfortunately, she appears to be hard at work on something, and she cannot hear you.
Sprocket, can you yell for Vashna?
Yelling's not really my thing, but I guess I can.
Please.
Vashna!
Same deal. Go ahead, give me a performance check, Sprocket. Yeah, she is unable to hear you guys yelling. She is like doing something very strenuous that is taking all of
Sprocket,
her
never
attention.
mind. We'll kill them all until we find her. No, I'm joking. Let's speak to this individual here. Excuse me, miss. Have you seen Vashna? Sprocket. What did she say, Sprocket?
She said, I think she said, what did she
If she
say?
didn't mention Vashna, you would have known, so we can move on to the next one.
She did not mention Vashna. She kind of asked you, "Who are you guys? You look very strong."
Excuse me, madam. Do you know who Vashna is? You can continue talking to that lady if you want, Sprocket.
I think she was trying to hit on us.
Oh, well, Sprocket, please, if you're attracted to the woman, you could speak to her for a few moments, but I will try to continue to pursue Vashna. Excuse me, you there? Have you seen Vashna?
Let me cap it, open gear.
Oh my god. Sprocket, what did she say?
It kind of sounded like she was singing.
What did she say?
She is singing a song about soldiers returning home. She says, "The boys are returning. The boys are returning."
It's a beautiful song, by the way.
They have brainwashed you all, those weaklings. Excuse me, miss. Have you seen Vashna?
Sheila here, may I hear?
Native American, I see. Sprocket, what did she say?
She said, I think that's what she said.
I believe she's singing. Again, more singing. Okay, let's continue. Excuse me, you there? Have you
As
seen
guys
Vashna?
Call out to this orc. You see what appears to be an orc who is kind of standing here doing some interesting movements and hand gestures, almost as if she's like dancing with the water here, with an ebb and flow. As you approach Lunarion with your sight, you can see that there are small waves that are moving in and out with her movements as you walk up to her.
That's Vashna there. That's the only orc that I know that can do magic like that. Vashna!
She does not respond.
Sprocket, could you say something in Orcish? Could you tell her that her magic is nice?
Why don't you just like tap her shoulder or something? She's like water weaving, it looks like.
I wish not to break her concentration. Nobeard would know a lot about that. Sprocket,
It's okay,
please.
I'll break her concentration.
Sprocket kind of like jabs on her shoulder a few times.
Sprocket!
As you go up and jab on her shoulder, she pulls away from you, and it almost like jerks you a little bit. She like violently pulls away from you, and as she does with your dark vision, you can see that she has a tear streaming out her left eye.
You hear us? Hello?
Vashna,
Hello?
Vashna, can you hear us? We have word of your brother and the rest of the orc.
As she goes into this long tirade of just emotional outrage, the anger and the sadness in her voice is prevalent, and her voice actually cracks as she's going into this huge soliloquy in this orcish language that Lunarion you don't understand, but you can feel her emotion and her what's the word I'm looking for? Her the pain in her voice.
Vashna, I'm sorry, but your brother is gone. Everyone, Vashna, is gone. Kang asked me to send word before he perished at the front lines, right next to me. He asked me to bring this message to you that everyone has perished, and he has requested of me to discuss with the Griffinites a truce, and if not a truce, or a surrender on your behalf, if they do not honor that, then we will do what we can to kill the rest of them. But a treaty is at the forefront of our decision making, or your surrender, because your people are not strong enough, Vashna, to defend themselves. Your leaders were not strong enough to defend themselves, Vashna. Kang knew this. Vashna, tell your people the news and tell them that you are their new leader. At least, not yet. Kang wishes for you to get stronger, to journey the world and become much stronger and much wiser, to come back and lead your people to vengeance against the Griffinites and the Griffinite kingdom. I'm sorry for your loss, Vashna.
Gothrak gone?
Arthrak, gone.
He died warrior.
The greatest warrior I had seen.
Kilamat kya mat kvosa. Kilamak erdi amonike apetia. She says,
what did she say?
Sprocket, as you understand, she says, there's no way he should have let me. There's no way he should have left me here. I've always guarded him. I've always protected him. Where are the others?
They are all gone. Vashna, Sprocket to tell her. They are all gone.
Yeah,
But she will
all
get
the
strong
others-
enough to get her vengeance against the Griffinites. By my name.
What he said.
You're not going to na Hashim guy. They're called here Gnome Swamp. Sprocket, which translates to, then the Griffinites will be headed here to Nom Swamp. Then we must get everybody together.
Vashna,
Yeah,
they will be heading. Vashna, they will head here. But we will stop them. I have an idea, a plan. You must prepare your people. You must prepare them, not physically, Vashna, but emotionally, to understand the weight of their loss. And that this is not the end of their war, but meaning a new beginning of a new regime. We will calm them down for now. And we will negotiate a truce for now, Vashna. But after you come with us, and when you return, you will not only have the might of yourself, and your strength, and your power, but you will have the might of myself and my compatriots.
Hilamoki Amatia, Silamako Umaaya Pu Fia, Mana Ia, Dias Namania, no snow so. Which essentially translates Sprocket to, I cannot go without the rest of the women and children here. Who will protect them if all the men are gone? We must find safety for them.
They will be safe here, Vashna. This I promise you. But do not bank on my word until I return. You, for now, gather them, discuss what I have told you, and let them know that I will return.
She looks at you. With that nat, she looks at you. Oh, give me a persuasion check real quick. That nat 20 was for earlier. This is with advantage.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry. I just
Or just
I have
roll it
everybody
70
clicked.
times. That's cool too.
Nah, I just I had everybody clicked. I mean, we all rolled high.
Yeah, everybody roll high. So she looks at you. She shakes her head, and then she rushes off down into this area. She starts talking to the various women, and you can see many of them start to get shocked and terrified looks on their faces. Some very sad looks on their faces. Before some of them start to cry, and then they go and they tell the other women and kind of slowly disperse the intel on what has occurred during this raid on the Griffin Watch. All together, you guys can hear a solemn and loud, harmonious cry of sorrow as many of the women who have lost not only their fathers, husbands, and sons, but best friends, uncles, entire generations have been lost this night. And as Vashna goes and continues to disseminate information, you see many of the people begin to pack up and take their things, knowing that the reckoning is on the way from the Griffin Knights. What would you guys like to do?
We will move up towards where the Griffin Knight was beheaded and acquire his body and his head, or what is left of him.
I can stay here and help the women and children.
Please do,
Keep it safe.
Sprocket. Yeah, please do, Sprocket. That's wonderful of you, actually. And while
Yeah,
you do,
I should start off with finding out where Kane's hideout is, just to make sure everything else is okay.
yeah, of course, of course, Sprocket. As we move up, I'm assuming I'm going the right way. Oh, it's this way.
Sprocket is planning to loot Kang's hut.
Okay,
I'm
you have to
wilding with the
find
movement
Kang's
right now.
hut. So how are you communicating or locating Kang's hut? You've never been there.
Okay, I'm near a few women.
Does anyone know where Kane lived? His hut.
You hear a bunch of girls start to giggle. Even some of the really sad ones look a little amused by your question.
Did he not live here?
Kanga no live in no swamp.
Oh, well, that's just great. Okay, thank you for the information.
Sprock is just gonna go through random houses then that look vacant.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check to see if you can determine a vacant house. With that
That is a
12,
12.
it looks like everybody's pretty much going in and out of all the houses. With the news that the men are dead and the Griffin Knights will be on their way shortly to slay all the goblins, everybody's pretty much going in and out of every house, packing up belongings and preparing for their next migration.
Okay. Sprocket wants to look at the biggest houses.
Okay. There appears to be
biggest
one
house.
very large house across the river that has some fish and food kind of out. Looks like maybe it's a fishing hut. And then there's a couple of different large houses on all the islands. Each one has like a fairly large house. The large house on this particular island is the house where they were making wasn't really a house, it's like a shop where they were making your Jolly Roger. So there are a bunch of large buildings. You would have to go into each one to kind of determine if it's a house, if it's a shop. And then of course there's like the giant pyramid like on the horizon, which is kind of flooded here within the swamp area as well.
Okay, well, Sprocket's gonna ask the women one more time.
Where did the warriors live? Or the big strong men who went to fight? Where did they live? Generally.
This time, go ahead and give me a persuasion check as people are kind of moving around. People aren't just kind of standing here, waiting to answer questions.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's a
Yeah, that
7.
sucks. So unfortunately, you aren't able to get the attention of another person to really speak to you.
Yeah, that's cool. Sprocket will just go in people's houses willy nilly then, and just wait for someone to kick him out.
All right. So as you're doing that, we're gonna cut over to Lunarion and Gog. What are you guys doing?
What are we doing,
believe this
Captain?
I believe this is where the body was. Rock, you should be able to see me on the top right-hand side, as I'm in the arena that we were in before. At least I remember this is where the body was left at. Do I need to roll a perception check? Is the body
So
here?
no, you definitely remember. Like they dragged the body away to go to Dog's shop because they took the armor and they were going to engineer with it. So they
Okay.
took the body away to get the armor off of it, so they wouldn't be here. You know that the shop is up near the pyramid, but you aren't sure exactly where it's at. You guys have to go up there and look.
All right. Actually, now that I recall, no beard, the body was moved up north toward a pyramid. So we're going to move in that direction to see if we can procure the body. This is an important piece of the puzzle.
Body of a Griffin Knight.
The body of a Griffinite. Yes. We need to come with something. If we come empty-handed, we have little credibility for them to believe us in our story.
Okay, when we find it, I'll present the Griffin Knight to them. I think I know this Griffin Knight, or have spoken to him maybe once or twice.
Sure. That's a bit metagamey, but we will see once we acquire the body.
My bad, turn that down. Yeah. As you guys make your way into like near the pyramid, you see that there are several huts here, which look to be like armories and places where weapons were stored. Many of the racks are empty. You'll see like the shitty stuff is kind of left from the stuff people didn't want to take to the fight. But there appears to also be here a large sacrificial pit with a bowl that is filled with blood on top of skulls and bones and ribs that have been crushed up. Gog, you can't see this, but you can, Lunarion, you can make this out here in the darkness. Across the way, Lunarion, a little next to one of the stairs leading up to the Great Pyramids, you see what is a very large hut, which has some lights on it. And Gog, you can see those lights on the other side shining.
No beer. I think we're in the right direction. Do you see this pit of blood here?
I do.
Right here. Yeah, I believe this is probably the blood of the Griffinites that they've slain. This means nothing in the grand scheme of things. We cannot move this over to the Griffinites, nor would they care to have it. Let's check here. As we move towards the pyramid, you said you knew of this Griffinite. Is this the son of someone great or something? He seemed to be pretty young.
I don't know that, but if it's the Griffinite that I'm thinking of, recently when I got here, a Griffinite went missing after saying that he could handle his own and went to go fight some orcs and goblins. He never showed back up. So I'm assuming this is the dummy.
Understood. Quite the dummy indeed. We shall see when we see him. As we move to the center of the pyramid at this point. What is this glowy thing? What is that?
Yeah, as you guys step on the pyramid, I need both of you to make a wisdom save for me, please.
So that's no beard. And then I will make my fault. I had both people clicked again. Saving throw. Nat 20.
Nat 20, perfect. So you guys both save. In fact, Bricks, as you step onto this, you both start to feel like the ground is almost speaking to you through vibrations. This pyramid appears to give off a certain energy resonance that was not present within the rest of this swamp. Particularly here, Lunarion, your magical weapons that you have and your ring as well, Gog, almost appear to like feel overjuiced and empowered as they begin to almost reverberate with the same resonance as the pyramid that you are standing on.
Whoa, there's a ton of magic here, No Beard. I didn't even know something like this existed on this island.
Nor did I.
I wonder what this could all mean. The goblins and orcs didn't appear to be intelligent enough to have some type of technology like this. I wonder what they were using it for. But we need to find the body. That can come later. Should we split up? There's 4 ways. Well, 3 ways since we came in one. We're looking for a Griffinite body, and we will reconvene here.
Okay, that's fine with me. You do know I don't know my way around, though, right?
I mean, from this point, No Beer, neither do I. Just don't go too far. We'll go down each step, and then we'll make our way back up. Actually, you know what? Let's just run. Just don't outrun me. Don't do that thing where you run as quickly as you can. Run my pace, and we will try to find this body. We'll go north first.
Sure, Slowpoke.
Yeah, as you guys go north, you see that this is where there are several just pieces of rubble where the swamp has been eroding at the base of the pyramid. The steps appear to go deeper and down into the liquid here, into the water, but unfortunately, the murkiness of the swamp is too dark. You cannot really tell what is beyond this area.
Right. Okay, so nothing here. Let's go back.
Lunarion, with your keen mind, you do recall that within that hut that was in front of the stairs leading up to the pyramid, you did see several what looked to be like crafting materials, engineering materials. It's large enough to be an engineering hut. Maybe if you guys go back and check it out, you'll find something on the inside.
Now that I'm thinking about it, No Beard, I think I may have saw something in the tent before we came in. Let's head back out. As we come up to the tent.
Yeah. As you guys come into the tent, you see what appears to be a bunch of large hooks and hangers adorning the walls and the ceiling of this hut. Along the floors, there are several cut pieces of plank, 2x4s, wooden things, hammers hanging on tool racks with tables filled with nails and screws and all types of building materials. And as you guys look around, it's obvious enough with your passive perception abilities. As you look into one of the corners, you can see what looks to be like a bloodied and beaten, decapitated humanoid in the corner of the room.
This is disgusting.
It is quite disgusting, Nobia, but I think that body over there is what we came to get. Here, let's take him off the rack.
As we take him off the rack.
Nobia, did you see anything like this over there in the Griffinite area, in their castle, if you would? Were they treating goblins like this?
As from what I've seen, no. But what I do know is, it's to me, I think they were hunting them for sport. It seemed like they ranked up with each goblin that they killed. So, you could say it's similar.
Despicable. Both sides, just purely despicable. How are they leaders? Are they respected?
They are respected, but also stupid. Very aloof. They don't even know their way around the Griffin Fort. I've never seen nothing like this before, Lunarion. How do you live somewhere you don't know the hallways? You don't know where you don't know your chambers. You don't know the entrance. You don't know the exit.
Understood, Nobia. That is good information. As we take the body off. Is his head anywhere? Do we need to roll a perception check? I'm assuming it could be.
Don't Sprocket got his head?
His head would be back at the thing then. Back at the little arena, because Sprocket just chopped it off. He never took
Oh,
it,
okay.
though.
So we'll say you guys found the head in the arena bricks, but you couldn't find the body. So now you guys found
Okay,
the body.
cool. All right, so now that we have the head and the body, let's go back to the Griffinite area. It's been about 35 or 40 minutes. So by the time we make it back, your elemental should have dissipated, and I wonder how many Griffinites it could have killed. Let's go.
Okay. I would like to take a rest though.
Sure.
After,
Let's take a brief rest.
After at least after you think the hour has been up. That way, in case anything happens, I can summon it again.
Let's
And we
just
can
take
kill
a
the rest
rest
of them
now.
if we need to.
Let's just take a rest now. Even if the hour isn't up, it's close enough.
My elemental will disappear. No. He will go rampaging anywhere. He will attack
That's
anyone
even-
who's in sight.
That's even better.
Fine.
All right, you guys both take a short rest here. Sprocket, go ahead and give me an investigation roll with advantage as everybody is kind of going in and out of these houses. Let's see what you're able to locate.
Like I'm going to get in that one. Oh, how about do a breaks did?
Okay, yeah, Sprocket is not looting good today. You found a couple silvers kind of hanging around. Unfortunately, no gold.
Man, this sucks. I want to go back home.
Sprocket is going to go to other huts and continue his search for valuable items.
All right, yeah, we'll say that roll holds for all those checks. As we cut back real quick, I'm going to handle some things on the other map. You guys talk amongst yourselves. You have about 1 hour, 30 minutes to an hour here of a short rest time to kind of figure out what you guys are doing. Go ahead and continue that.
So what's after we hand him this body? If anything goes wrong, we just kill the rest of them.
Jeez, damn, no bid. That's cold. That's something I would say, no bid. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've only been through hell, literally.
Well, that's true. Hell could change you. I can't even imagine. What did you see down there, no bid? Did you talk with Asmodeus? Did he torture you, No Beard?
He kind of dog looks at his finger, his pinky finger. No, the his ring finger where he had the ring on. My finger may have came off and been reattached a few times. Yeah,
So
I
sorry.
mean, I may not have eaten. I had to listen to a devil talk about free will. And I'm looking at a lot of rolls on the screen right now.
I understand. I wasn't strong enough to prevent what happened from happening. And for that, No Beard, I do apologize solemnly. I will get stronger. Something like that would never happen again to any of the members of Phoenix Rangers. Soren is still out there looking for a way to hell, to acquire you, which is important because I still need to get the hell to combat Asmodeus in the first place. And then there's Delaney. It's quite unfortunate that he perished on the battlefield like that. I went to the boat to go procure him, to fight on the side that we were on, so that we can all keep an eye and manage one another. I hate that it happened this way. I'm hoping that the Griffinites has a way to bring him back.
Yes, that is unfortunate. You talked about the others though. Where are they? Amnes.
others, of course.
Where's Amnes?
Amnes and Cora are escorting Lady Balin back to Durin Forge after we procured a ring in Thorgadum, which Amnes is wielding. Aralos, I don't know if you
Ring.
vaguely remember. Yes?
What ring?
Oh, I don't recall the name of it. Durin's ring? I'm not sure.
Durin's ring.
I'm not sure. Please don't take my word for it. I don't believe that is the true number, the true word. But yeah, Amnes is wielding it. Lady Balin promised that after he acquired all of his dreams and completed his goals, he would bring the ring back safely to Durin Forge, where she believed it belonged. And Amnes took on that promise. Amnes is a good man, a good dwarf, a strong dwarf. Aralos, Soren, and the new members Mace and York, who are temporarily with us, went off to find information about a monk wielding a fire ring or fire magic of some sort. And so they're doing that. And then
Okay. Where are they headed?
Delaney,
Do
where
you know
they headed?
the actual place?
I believe they are headed to the monastery or around the monastery area.
The monastery?
Yes, I believe so. Some monk that could do fire magic with a fire ring of some sort. It's just a rumor, though. We're not certain that this monk will even be there. But it's important that we gather some information on where the monk may be. So that
What's
is
the
why they're
name of the
going there.
monk?
No, Beard, I don't know. No one knows.
Do you know where I'm from, Lunarion?
You vaguely spoke about where you were from, No Beard, but you were pretty, you kept to yourself a lot, especially about your backstory.
You're right, I did. I did. Yeah, you're right. I'm actually from the monastery.
From the monastery.
So-
God, I wish you were here when we needed to go and get information on the monastery and go that direction.
Yeah, if I wasn't in hell, it would have been a great thing to do. It would have been great to help you guys. I would
I'm
love
sorry
to meet
for
this
that.
monk. I
Oh,
feel like
yes,
he could
so-
help me.
Oh, he could help you do what? Did you have business back at the monastery where you're from?
I have a lot of business there, actually. Everything I do is for the monastery. Everything.
Well, good. I'll ensure that you get back to the monastery, No Beard. You have my word on that.
Thank
But
you.
currently, Sprockets and I, alongside Talani, are headed to Lyandarin, where Talani is from, to investigate word of a cultist of Zahir causing mayhem in the city and the country. Zahir being a blasphemous name where I'm from, I sort of saw fit to go and investigate this myself, alongside Talani, who is just now seeing his home again after quite some time after being exiled. So that's why we are here.
I would love to talk to Zahir. I do know about him as well.
No, beard, Zahir isn't a thing. Zahir is an abomination, a blasphemous abomination. Seth is the Yuan-Ti god. There is no Zahir, no beard. He is a myth, legend, a nighttime story that you tell bad children.
Is that what you believe?
That is what I know, no beard.
Dog goes inside of his let's say he has a satchel. He goes inside of his satchel, pulls out a book that was given to him by Asmodeus, and he hands it to Lyandarin. I would like you to read this book. Although you call it a bedtime story, a nightmare, a fable, I beg to differ. Maybe this will enlighten you. Zahir is real.
Where did you learn of Zahir, no beard? At the monastery? What do they know of Zahir?
I just handed you.
And
what
where
I
did
know
you get
about
this
Zahir.
book? It's a pointless read, no beard. What language is it written? I wonder if I could even read it. Although I do have the
can read
comprehend
it.
language. I do have the comprehend language spell, so perhaps I could spend some time to read it, but only at your request. So because it's you, no beard, I will read it. But I am telling you this now. I do not believe in a Zahir. But I do believe that Yuan-Ti Yuan-Ti enacting hate and anything like that outside of Serpent's Embrace must be stopped by me.
You don't believe in a Zahir, but you do believe in
No.
Asmodeus.
I've seen no beard. That is a question. I'm sorry.
So you don't understand how the two are linked, do you?
There is no link. There is no link between a myth and an Asmodeus. There is no link. The only link is the link to my family and that thing.
You know of the moon.
This conversation is over, no beard. We need to go.
Yeah, you'll open up. It's fine.
I've already opened up to you, no beard. There's no more for me to tell you. I've told you on how my connection to Asmodeus. I've told you why I need to kill him and what I need to acquire from him. He has my family, and then he showed that he has my wife.
You're not strong enough to kill him.
Oh, I know I'm
I want
not,
to tell you
no
this
beard,
bluntly.
but I will be.
I don't think you will.
Yes, I will be, no beard. Who are you to tell me that? You don't know what I've done since you've been gone.
Right, I don't. What did you say? I did not hear you.
I killed all of the bloody leaders by myself, no beard. All the leaders of the orc in the goblin camp, alone. I am getting stronger, no beard. By the day, by the hour, by the minute. Even now, I feel power coursing through my serpentine veins. I will be strong enough to eradicate Asmodeus. And if not eradicate or kill Asmodeus, weaken him enough to take my family and everything I know and love back from him.
Let me ask you this: what do morals mean to you? Do you believe in morals?
I believe in morals, virtues, values. These things are important for any man to live by, especially if you are to lead a home. What's about it?
You said you killed all these people.
The goblin leaders
morals
and the
had
orc
to be-
leaders? Yes.
Yes, your morals had to been to the side.
My morals were not to the side, no beard. You asked if I believe in morals. You did not ask me what my morals are. I believe in morals.
Please enlighten me.
Enlighten you. You've been doing nothing but asking questions, and I've been answering. You need me to enlighten you on what my morals are now, no beard. Have we not known each other for some time? Am I a new man to you now, no beard?
Why are you so defensive?
I'm not defensive. I'm just curious, no beard.
As am I of you.
You've never been as curious before. What stems this? Where is this coming from?
The book I'm trying to hand you that you have not taken out my hand yet.
Then I will take the book as I snatch it out of his hand. I will read it. I told you that. I know a spell that could allow me to read that.
You don't
In
need
whatever
a spell.
language
You
it
just
is.
need your eyes and an open mind.
Then fine, I will read it. But as far as an open mind goes, I have my morals. I have my beliefs. I am not indoctrinated in any particular belief system. I've eradicated that in the slave trade. I am my own man, no beard. But I will read this. And we can discuss it after. Is that enough for you? Or do you have 1,000 more questions while we sit here?
I do
I have a
1,000
question for
more
you, no
questions.
beard. No, I have a question for you,
Ask.
no beard.
Ask. Maybe I'll answer.
How did you get here, no beard? What does Asmodeus hold over you to allow you to walk and to breathe in this plane?
Gog sits down, relaxed. You're asking me a question that I know you can find the answer for yourself.
Oh, I'm asking you then my morals. You could be able to find the answer for my morals. You've seen me kill, murder, blood on my hands.
You're right. And,
So you want me
and
to
I think
guess how you are here?
Lunarion, you
No
know
beard.
Asmodeus.
Oh,
You know
yes, I know.
Asmodeus better than anyone.
I know him well.
So do you think he would just let someone out of hell willy-nilly?
That is why I'm asking you how you are here. I wish to hear it from your mouth so that my mind can no longer wander on the subject.
The only way you can get answers out of me is by me asking you questions and you thinking of them. Even this statement right here is an answer. One day you'll understand. I know it seems like I speak in riddles, but this is, for right now, this is the only way I can communicate.
Then
with
I'll
you.
answer your question. If a lawmaker makes a law that is beneficial for the people who have to enact the law or who have to abide by the law, is the lawmaker good?
No, he's order.
He's order. Is order good?
Yeah. Order can be good. Order can also be evil.
I'm being very specific here, no beard. If a lawmaker creates a law that is beneficial for the people that have to abide by the law or live by that law, is the lawmaker good or no?
That is on how the people look at it. The people
Okay.
that are affected by that law. For
Then
the people outside, it could be evil. It could be
So-
good.
then you are the people, no beard. If a lawmaker creates a law that you have to live by, is he a good lawmaker? Did he make a good law?
Could be.
Then do you give the lawmaker praise? Do you give the lawmaker praise? Do you give him gifts? Do you give him rewards? Do you give him your trust? Does he have credibility now? What does he give? What establishes the relationship between you and the lawmaker? The good law, yes?
Yes.
So then the lawmaker is in your good graces, yes?
Yes.
Morality, right? Mine might be a little bit different from yours. So if a lawmaker establishes a law that is not beneficial, that is to the disadvantage of those that must abide by the law, what is the relationship then, no beard? Bad lawmaker? How do you penalize a bad lawmaker who's surrounded by the government?
By death.
We have separate answers. Your answer could be conversation. My answer, assassination. That is my morality. That should answer every question you have. I've lived under good regime. I've lived under bad regime. I've seen good regime. I've seen bad regime. I've seen people suffer under bad regime. I've seen people prosper under good regime. It is very black and white with me. That is why those leaders are no more. A bad regime leading its people into despair. And what do? They focus on themselves. They focus on how they look on the battlefield. They not once look to the left or to the right at his fellow orc. That regime die at my hand. Next question.
I like what you said about the lawmaker. What if that lawmaker is, let's say, a devil, and it's either his law or your soul? Is he good?
Does the law benefit me? No beard.
There could be things in it that benefit you.
If the law
There
does
also
not
be many
benefit
things
me,
that don't.
if the law does not benefit me in totality, then he is not good. The depth of the benefit is the depth or the extent of credibility and what is that word that I'm looking for? Rapport. The deeper the benefit, the deeper the rapport. The steeper the disadvantage, the steeper the penalty. So what happens if we meet in the middle? Is that your next question?
No, that is not my next question.
Good, because the answer for that one is death as well. What is your next question?
What is free will to you?
What is free will to me? Free will to me is the ability to act on my decisions freely, without restriction. To be specific, without restriction from a deity that otherwise could stop me from taking such action. Prevent me from taking such action and thinking about and enacting my own passions and wills.
And if you had your free will taken, how would you act?
Radically. Rebelliously. But you knew the answer to that question. And I also know that you're sending underlying messages with your questions at this point. Do better. What do you mean to tell me, No Beard?
God just smiles at him. Nothing more. I have nothing more to tell you.
You have something more to tell me, No Beard. What is it?
The book will have the rest of these answers. Any answer that you need is going to be in that book. And then we can have a discussion about that. We can have a discussion about other things, such as Zahir,
Let me tell you something,
Asmodeus.
No Beard. Let me tell you
Tell
something
me.
as I step closer. No Beard. I like you, No Beard. A lot. I've done all I can with our men to try to bring you back. I have. For the first time in a long time, No Beard, what occupied the void in my heart was not my family, it was not my wife, it was you, No Beard. I needed to get you back because I felt like it was my fault you were there in the first place, and it is. But I am telling you this now. If you begin to sympathize with Asmodeus, I won't just kill you here, No Beard. When I go to Asmodeus' domain, I will kill you there as well. For I will no longer believe you to be the No Beard that I know you to be, and you will merely be one of his puppets. That is not a threat, No Beard. For I do believe in this moment you are the No Beard that I know. The No Beard that I came to have a bit of a behavior and emotional transformation after some of the things we've been through. I've grown a lot since I've met you, No Beard. But if you are not this No Beard, there will be different conversations. And that's all I'll say. I am so glad to have you back. And I will read this book. I'll read it on the boat, No Beard. And we can discuss it after. Fair?
Fair. Very fair. I would love that.
All right. We have what we need. Let's go back. Oh, do we gain health on our short
Yeah,
rest?
so you guys get the benefits of a short rest. As you guys are doing all of that, Sprocket, with your rolls, you actually stumble upon what looks to be a small shop, and you hear the familiar tinkling of gold being kind of like rubbed against itself, coming from one of the back corners around the counter.
Go, 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 go.
Sprocket, he runs to the sound.
Yeah, so as you
I'm
run
sorry,
over there,
talk
you
like
see what looks to be like an old lady who is kind of messing with some jewelry. She appears to be kind of messing with some links on what appears to be like a small gold chain.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes? What are you doing?
Doing what I've done for the past 80 years, young one. I'm making jewelry for our warriors.
What if I tell you you're wasting your time?
Well, they've been telling me I've been wasting my time for 80 years, youngster. And I just keep on making them.
So if every warrior is dead that you're making these for, then what?
Well, the next generation will be adorned with their leftovers, and I will continue to sculpt what I can for the warriors of the new.
But what if all the men are gone? So there's no way that it can be a continuation.
Well, the boys will become men, and the men will become graybeards, and the graybeards will become the grass, and from the grass, the orcs will continue to sprout.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Why are you not evacuating like the rest of the people?
I've nowhere to go. This is all I've ever known. I suppose another patch of warriors will grow here from the swamp, and I will continue to make jewelry for them.
Yeah, the Griffinites are gonna come over here. They're probably gonna like slaughter you guys, or at least you, because it's like you're gonna stay here.
Well, then I suppose then that will be my time, as I have nowhere else to go. I'm too old to try to find another swamp.
Well, you know what? Then I'll stick here with you. But yeah, you're gonna need to cough up some of them nice looking jewelries you're making.
Are you going to protect an old woman like me?
Yeah, why not? I'll protect you while you foster the next generation of ground gray beard somethings.
Wow. I think I've already found the next generation.
Oh yeah, I think you have. Yeah, you can yeah, I'll take those jewelries then.
Oh, this one is not done. I still need a few more gold pieces to finish the medallion, and these links are far too small. This piece will not do for the next generation. We must be better.
How many gold pieces?
Oh, I can use every golden pieces you have, son.
Sprocket hands her 15.
He knows your ways as if he were born to them.
What?
You present me with 15 gold pieces. That is the sacred number of our tribe.
Oh, what a coincidence. Yeah, 15 is it's actually my favorite number. It's on my little t-shirt. See?
I see. You must be blessed, young one. I must ask, what is your name, young goblin?
My name's Sprocket. Sprocket the Great. Sprocket the Gold. Sprocket of the Golden Greats.
Sprocket?
Sprocket.
Your name. It is a name of great reverence and power. It is an ancient name. Do you know this, young Sprocket?
Yeah, actually, I knew that my whole life.
Sprocket did not know that.
Oh, who is your father, young one?
I don't know. He's probably dead or something.
And sure he is. As all great warriors of green-skinned kind fall by the blade, 'tis is our way, 'tis is our destiny. So best we go to the light, adorned in gold, adorned in jewelry, as warriors of Grimish.
Yeah, I think you'll move faster with crafting this if you stop talking so much.
I apologize. It's not every day I get company that crawls back here and talks to me about the golds. Nowadays, all of the youngsters are following different cults of all these different gods, and they have lost the old way. I just thought I may have found someone that was interested in entertaining a conversation with an old woman.
Yeah, after you craft this piece, I'll definitely listen more. But your hands look like they're pretty old and stale. I think you would just move a little quicker if you If you just stop the chatting.
Yes, I'm sorry. Of course. How silly of me to think a youngster like you, a young warrior, would waste his time conversing with an old woman. Yeah, you must acquire your items. Yes, I know. There are battles to be fought. There's blood to be spilled. And no one has time for an old woman like me.
I'm glad you understand. Oh, what's your name?
I never thought that you would ask. My name is Prestiga.
Press the what?
Prestiga?
Restica. You know, that uses like, that's a lot of letters that I have as well.
Yes. It's quite a coincidence, isn't it, Sprocket?
Yeah,
We are
it
blessed
is.
with the gold of the 15th number and the 15th holy symbol under the 15th moon.
The 15th what?
The 15, youngster.
The 15. Yeah, the 15. Yeah. Did you say the 15th moon?
Yes. They blasphemize of 12 moons, youngster. You must know this.
No. No, I don't. No, not at all. What's the 12th moon? That's not 15.
Ah, sit down. I have a story to tell you.
Sprocket sits crisscross applesauce, intently listening.
Legends speak of a time long ago when there were 15 moons in Tungra. Then we were blessed by the light of our prime intercessor. And one day, chaos descended on our lands. The swamps became flooded with putrid essence and despair. And the moons and the stars were realigned under a new alignment. And we were forever locked out of our true nature. Forever twisted under the 12. Loss is the 15.
Wow. That was okay story. I've heard better, but it was decent. So you just tell this story to other people, like that's what you do.
Yes, for we can never forget. One day we will go back under the light of the 15.
Okay. So how's my how's my piece going?
What is your birthday, young Sprocket? Were you born in Shadowmere?
Maybe I can't remember right now. I'm kind of drawing a blank.
Perhaps you are Ember Hue?
Yeah, what does that matter? Wait, I asked you about my piece. You're talking about some other stuff.
The light of the Ember Phoenix shines on you, Sprocket, and it casts a large shadow. I see it in the golds.
Hey, speaking of shadows, when I'm done with this, I'll be like, when you're done with this piece right here, do you mind if I take yours? Do you need it?
Let me see your hands, young Sprocket.
Sprocket gives her his hands.
Let me see your eyes.
What do you mean by that? I can't just give you my eyes. You mean like take him out?
Look, Sprocket. Do you see
Look at what?
what I see?
See what? What? What am I looking at?
And she falls over and dies right there.
Oh man, I was trying to get her shadow, but she never finished my piece.
Is there a way that Sprocket can finish the piece, like the necklace she was crafting?
She stands up.
Oh my goodness.
You. I see it. I will follow you,
see?
Sprocket.
Why?
I will make the most grandest medallion for you. It will take time, but the golds have spoke to me, and you will lead us back to the old way.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. I like this. How about this, lady? I'll stay here and protect the whole group. I'm gonna be the top goblin. Me, Sprocket. Yep, me and my 15 everythings.
We must rally the women. We will gather our things under your banner.
Yeah, under my banner. My banner is the Phoenix Rangers, okay?
Son of Ember Hugh.
Ember Hugh, son. What does that even be? You know what? You talk a lot. I'm gonna go rally up these women, and you think to yourself about whatever you want to tell me next time, okay? And I'll come back. Is that okay?
I will be working on your medallion. For the
you
glory
do,
of
you
the
do.
15 golds.
For the glory.
As Sprocket proceeds to rally up all the women and children.
All right, and in this time, No Beard and Lunarian have gotten their long rest. As you guys wake up, are you guys coming back to the town square?
We want to go straight to because we don't want them to like see us like too much carrying his body around. So we're gonna go straight to the battlefield.
All right, you're avoiding Sprocket.
Yeah, we're gonna avoid Sprocket.
Okay, so you guys head back through the battlefield, through the swamp. Go ahead and give me another survival check just between the two of you guys. Both of y'all can roll. We'll consider an advantage here.
All right. That's first roll. Second roll. We looking good, baby.
Yeah, that's perfect. You guys managed to get back to the watch, and as you arrive, the first thing you notice is that the doors are blown off the gatehouse. You can see directly into the gatehouse, even here from across the bridge. The bodies are still adorned here. That darkness is not there, but I can't remove it off the map, unfortunately. We'll figure that out later. But as you guys look out, you can see people moving about within the gatehouse, picking up different pieces of rubble. Some men are starting to come out and gather bodies of, people of different Griffin Knights and goblins and tossing them over the bridge into the alligators, gathering up the Griffin Knights and bringing them inside.
All right, no beard. Let's go gather Talani, and let's go make way to the Griffinite camp. I'll carry
Okay.
Talani. Or actually, to your point, you carry Talani.
Yeah,
Let them know
carry
that I
him.
am the one. Let them know that I am the one that killed all of the. That I am a part of your party, the person you were looking for, and I killed all of the goblin leaders. As I carry the body of the Griffinite person.
No, I should carry the body of the Griffin Knight.
Then I shall carry Talani. How will
Fine,
you tell
yeah.
them you found the body?
Of the Griffin Knight?
I guess I'll just play off you. We don't have that much time.
No, you can tell them how, but I should be the one holding him.
All right, so I brought the
They
body
actually
to
know
you.
me.
Yeah, I brought the body to you. And then we'll do that.
Yes.
All right, we're ready.
Before we go in, I do sense 10. I sense 10 men, 10 people. I just want you to be aware of that.
Oh, that is fine. Huh. That is totally fine.
As you guys step into the doorway, you see that there are several bodies laying around here, several Griffinites who all are now wearing their armor, walking around, try to gather and do a damage assessment of what has gone down, who they've lost. Ah! Looks like they got Ian. Ah, Ian, poor fucker. Man, his daughter's birthday was next week. Shit, somebody call a Raven. The general's kind of calling out, men! Hurry, rebuild the gate. We don't know if they're going to be sending another wave. The commander calls out, we have men on the ramparts. They are watching out. Some men approach across the bridge. Sir, what should we do? Men, attention. As people start to gather and they see, and as you guys walk in, some of the people do gather your presence. They recognize you, Gog, as you walk in, so there's no immediate threat here, no immediate aggression. As you guys step in here, one thing you do notice is that the young goblin chieftain is kind of bloodied up in one of the corners, tied to what appears to be like a large post on one of these on one of these metal doors. He does not appear to be conscious.
I have one of your. I found one of your deceased ones. I thought you should have this one, even though he's not intact. This right here is just my friend Lunarion.
You hear whispers kind of going around the room.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am sorry about what befell your Griffinite member here.
Can I hear the whispers?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. How we doing on time, y'all?
I'm Gucci for another half hour. It's up to my boy.
Yeah, I'm cool with the half hour. That's fine with me. I rolled a 24.
Okay, yeah. You hear people kind of going, "Yuan T? What are we doing here? What is this, a trap? Is this a trick? Who are these folks? Like, you guys are not like the typical looking group here, like standing in front of a bunch of humans, an Earth Genasi and a Yuan T. Gog, they are familiar with you, and they did see you rush in, and so they've come to be friendly and amicable with you due to combat, but they are very unsure about Yuan T at all here in this place.
This is a good Yuan T. This is my friend. I've been with him for a while. He's not from around here, as you know that. He is with me. We are going to a place called, as he looks at Lunarion, Lyandarin?
Yes, we are going to Lyandarin.
Lyandar. We have a friend that we wish to bring to his hometown. He is also deceased, as well as we have your man over here, who was also deceased. We just wish to talk to you guys, if that's fine.
Where did you go on the battlefield, young Gog? As you see, the large general is calling out to you from still atop his horse.
I went to fight, and then I went to go find my friend, this friend right here. I've told you guys, I've been looking for a friend. This is the friend that I spoke of.
And you return to us after the battle. Once the enemy has cracked our castle gates. Where were you when that creature attacked my men? You of Genasi have some affinity with these elemental folk.
He was with me. And would you like to know what I had done? I slaughtered all of the orc leaders on the battlefield alone. I've done this after seeing the beheading of your Griffinite member here. It is distasteful. It is savagery. It is unbecoming even of orc kind. In this specific manner, where you all are at odds with one another and meet on the battlefield, not picking off one just to play with. I do not agree or believe in that. So I took it upon myself to make my way towards the noise of battle, of which I'm familiar with. I came alone. And under darkness, my spell, I slaughtered each and every one of the goblin leaders. I wish to have a conversation. The young ones, the women and children, they were led astray by the leaders of the orcs and the goblins here. It is not their fault, leader of the Griffinite. It is not their fault. With my own hands, I ensured that those people, the women and children, could live to see a better day under a new ruler, under new leadership. They were weak-minded and weak-willed. I obliterated them. This is my friend here, Delaney. I was looking all over for him and I found him dead on the battlefield. There are no magic workers left of the orcs, as I have killed them all. Nor would I have asked them and made this request of them. But I ask you, Royal Griffinites, do you have anyone here, any spell that could be used to resurrect my friend? For what I have done, as part pension and reward.
Well, roll me a persuasion check here with advantage. 16, okay. Yes. This one spoke of some darkness and some evil that struck out and slayed his allies. And no beard. Although you did
Yes.
leave my sight on the battlefield, you have returned. And apparently with one powerful ally. I must say, I'm sorry about your friend. We have lost many Griffin Knights here today as well. The plight of man here on this island misdistricts this cursed swamp. We wish to cleanse it of this infestation of greenskins. As you see, they are barbaric and horrid in all manners. Westworld is a place that welcomes order and law. And we also know that it is better to have a strong ally than a weak one. We also repay our debts. I suppose without your intervention, we would have lost many more men today. The carnage out on the field is quite evident. Unfortunately, we do not have the capability to revive anyone here at the Griffin Watch. High Mage Valen is very capable. However, his powers are, well, he's more inclined to the conjuration of battle magics. With all due respect, Your Highness. Well, there's something I can do.
What is it that you can do?
This spell is very costly, and unfortunately, if I had the power to do it willy-nilly, I would bring back every single one of our fallen men here, of course. But if you are able to procure the coin, there is a way to revive your partner.
The coin. What is it that you speak of? What coin?
Diamonds, particularly.
You
One
wish
of
for
extreme rarity and purity.
Where can we find it? Where can we find diamonds?
For that, you would need to speak with the dwarves.
Where are they? Take us to them.
One sec. As he goes, the dwarves of Felbar stand bastion over the Grand Mountains. And these mountains run deep with the finest ores, diamonds, gold, mithril. They are not kind to those that attempt to infiltrate their holdings,
While they are peaceful with Westworld and we have made relations in trade, but perhaps on the favor of the king, you may be able to procure one of these diamonds and revive your friend. Now, I make no promises, but I may be in contact with one that could, provide summons to the court of the Griffinhold.
So the Griffinhold, is that where we go?
Yes, but they will not allow you to go into the Griffinhold willy-nilly. You will need an escort. I or General
No.
Throne.
No one escorts. We simply need someone to perhaps send a message. No escorts. It is a bit dangerous out here, and we cannot promise to protect anyone.
Why, sir, you'll be traveling under royal protection, as I'm offering direct escort by I or General Throne if he would like to return to the capital to report of this devastating tragedy here at the Griffin Watch. I'm sure King Griff will be happy to hear how well you are doing out here within the swamps of Miss Districts, General. However, I have one request. Seeing as you are very powerful, all I ask is that you finish the job, and when you return, I will grant you summons to King Griff, and we will get your friend back.
Did your general not say that you are keen on paying your debts? Are you also keen on adding to them?
This depth of cleaning up General Throne's mess is surely worth some form of repayment. And rest assured, we will make sure that we escort you directly back to your ship and that you are gifted with all of the earnings of loot from the goblins that are slain outside. And I'll also ensure that you are gifted as well with your own sets of Griffin Knight armor. However, I must admit, merely showing up to the king with unfinished business, requesting that he stick his neck out for the king of Felbar, the dwarven lord that has stood for thousands of years, with the only report of we killed a couple goblins. I don't know if he'll be
goblins.
Yes. I merely ask that you return to the swamp and wipe out every goblin or orc that you find.
Question
down.
For someone else. This dead Griffin Knight here with the severed head. Who does he belong to? Which family here?
Cannot recognize him without his head, unfortunately.
Then look at his head. As I lift it up.
That is Sigvald, as the commander calls out. Lowborn.
So he belongs to no one. And since he is no one, and he is lowborn, is he worthless?
He's not worthless. No Griffin Knight is worthless.
Then you wish
He'll
to
be
know
buried
who
with his
killed
brother,
him.
Igval.
Do you wish to know who killed him?
I'm sure he was slain by some goblin. All that matters
Kang.
is that he will be buried with honors.
He was slain by Kang. Not some goblin. Kang Blood Drinker. Not only did I kill King Blooddrinker here to avenge your comrade, but I killed his brother as well in another city. Now you ask that I kill a horde of goblins an orc that I just told you were led astray. Innocent goblins and orcs. For mere play? What reason do I have to kill them? I had reason to kill the leaders.
Go ahead, roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage. As he looks at you, he goes, "Are you sympathizing with them?" Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
23 and a 25.
It's a natty.
That's disadvantage.
Oh,
23.
One moment.
Hey, Gog. Can you summon another
Yeah.
elemental? Can you summon another elemental?
no, I don't know how to do that, Lunarion.
No, I'm asking you off table.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't.
Okay,
I can't.
so
I have to wait a full
to this.
day.
We did a long rest. Oh, go ahead.
To,
go ahead,
to
sorry.
this general goes, Valen, if you will not take them, then I will take them myself. They don't have to prove themselves to you by slaying more goblins. They have slain plenty at this point. And I have too many men to bury to be discussing this any further. I will take you to Griffinhold in the morning. We will escort your friend to King Griff himself. I will vouch for you, and I will vouch for what you have done here. And perhaps we can do something about this. I thank you, Gog, and Lunarion.
What would we need to do to procure entrance on our own?
I'm afraid you cannot procure your entrance on your own. Not a direct summons with the king.
Then if we need to go to Felbar ourselves without permission, then what? We can make a reconnaissance mission, if you would, acquire a diamond in the mine, and bring it back to you. Is that on the table?
Are you proposing robbing the kings of Felbar for one of their diamonds and bringing it back to Westworld? Do you know what that would cause? Are you proposing we start a war on this island for a mere diamond to resurrect some Lyandarin? The Lyandarins aren't even alive anymore.
I propose you lower your tone, leader. I propose that I wish to save my friend. If it cannot be done, fine. I will look elsewhere. But I do not have the means to walk through Griffinhold with you in tow and then to Felbar. We have a mission. We have something we need to be doing.
Then
Could you
why
not
are you
send
still
word?
here?
Could you not send word via bird or some other means to let them know who is to come? Do you have to be there physically?
So what he says is, and what you would get the sense of, is that what he says is, you expect us to send word that a Earth Genasi in a Yuan-Ti will be making their way into the halls of Westworld to visit the king on a summons by the General of the Griffin Watch and High Mage Valen? Or do you wish us to just present our heads and our necks on a stake right here, right now? No, I will not send this summons via letter. For God's sake, perhaps you would find your head on a stake when you arrive at the gates with that type of attitude.
Beautiful. Okay, fine. I like you. You're the leader here, yes?
That was actually the commander speaking to you from the up on the
commander.
stairs.
Yeah, Commander. Splendid. Could you accompany us, Commander? And could the individual here that could actually conduct the magic, could you two, and a couple of your guards as well, could you please accompany us? We would like that very much.
As I said
I'm sorry
before,
for
we will
taking so much time.
bring you with a royal escort to the king himself. You are adamant on going alone.
Yes. No, it's fine. I'm so sorry. I was overthinking a bit. My mind is still on the battlefield. I do apologize for that. But you must know, well, I am sorry for overspeaking. Please, a royal escort, we would like that very much.
And Gog, you hear a bunch of whispers. People are like, see, this is why people don't like these guys. Like, look, man, he's about to fucking spaz, man. He's got a short temper. Whole bunch of chatter going on about what just occurred here in the gatehouse. As the general looks out, well, allow us some time to bury our dead. Mage Valen, could you perhaps pursue some way of preserving the body for the trip? And goes, yes, bring him to my quarters. I will make sure he is well preserved.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything on their bodies that we could present to Griffinhold as a way of like gaining entry?
On whose bodies?
Anybody that, I'm assuming that the captain there is going to be a part of the royal thing that they're going to send us, and the mage. I just want to look at their body, look at if there's any emblems, any signs of anything specific that could be used to if somebody were to, get lost on a trip or something like that, like, oh, we got their armor or whatever, like we could like show them and say, hey, we were sent here by such and such so and so to gain such and such so and so.
You wouldn't know of like any immediate like secret like
not secret,
or
but like
sigils or things that would be like, hey, I have this so I gain entrance. Almost, I mean, honestly, if you had something that belonged to somebody else and you weren't supposed to have it, it would more likely look suspicious.
Understood. Okay, that's fine.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
All right. We can stay here. You said we would leave out in the morning?
Yeah, he basically says he wants to just bury their guys and then they'll take off.
Sure. Okay, cool. So we will chill. Is that okay with you, Gog?
Yes.
All right. Then we will chill. We will stay here as you bury your dead.
Okay, so as you guys get a company, they start to get everything together, start to clean up the area. They take you back to your quarters of where you'll be staying for the night. There appears to be just a small holding where they put various travelers or adventurers that stop by the Griffin Watch. Some that are trainees, some that are just potential errand runners, sometimes merchants and people come by that stay over the night. And they take you guys into those quarters. And as you guys are sitting here within this room, Gog and No Beard, what would you like to do?
He said Gog and No Beard.
Sorry, Gog and Lunarion. Yeah, the mage. Oh yeah, he basically goes up to you, says, "Allow me to take the body to my orders. We will preserve him in ice and get him ready for the trip."
Oh, he will be coming with us.
Oh yes, we must take him directly to Felbar to ensure that we get this procedure done quickly.
Will I pose as a danger on this trip?
You have the blessing of the general, apparently. If his word stands for much, I don't know, considering... And this is just you and him talking, like, as you guys are walking through the castle, kind of headed towards the cut area. He goes, considering his failures here, I don't know if he will be seen quite highly in the eyes of King Griff. He is, grown quite weak at court, King Griff, he has, and, well, this victory would have been quite something to show the people, to rally them towards his cause, a conjoining of the lands of Westworld and Mist Districts, combined with his wife's islands. Well, it would have been a beautiful thing to see the kingdom expand, but unfortunately this war will go on forever as they are incapable. But if only one was so powerful enough to rid the swamp of this goblin and greenskin filth, oh, I would be much more inclined to share my word with King Griff. And, well, I've been on the council far longer than King Griff has been alive. In fact, I have served several kings in Westworld. You know, there's something about serving kings compared to being the king. Lyandarin, you must understand that power resides where men sees it resides. So with that, I'll say, I have a problem. You seem to be a very, very nice solution. If you scratch my back as I am scratching yours, as he kind of whisked Talani out of your hand via some magic portal that he just kind of creates right there in front of your face. Then maybe we can definitely have a long, prosperous relationship. Good night, Lyandarin, as he turns and starts to walk away.
One moment. I do have one question. Well, two. The first question is, if you don't mind, do your allegiances lie with the most powerful around?
My allegiance is to Westworld, the kingdom, and the people.
And what about your allegiances to me? You understand me to be strong. If I prove my might, would I have your allegiance as well for an extended period of time? Perhaps Mist Districts can be ours.
You know, Lyandarin, as brothers of the night, and you see his eyes turn that infernal red color that you are so familiar with when you activate your own dark vision. I believe we both understand that magic is an ambitious undertaking in its essence. To be so bold to believe that you can conquer the weave itself and manipulate it into your own machinations, it's quite hubristic, but there is a humility to it as well. An understanding of something that is much greater than thine self, but so close at the same time. It's almost as if you could reach out and touch your own destiny if you can master it. I am not a ambitious man per se, and so my allegiance continues to lie with my people, and where our interests align, Lyandarin, I believe there is allegiance to be shared between us both, yes.
I understand. Understood. Good night.
And he walks back to presumably wherever he just teleported Talani to. And as you walk down to the room where you guys were guided, No Beard and Lyandarin, you are here in this room alone. As you guys walk through the gates, you did notice that there was another party here in this area in the courtyard that appeared to be training. And you guys kind of come back into this shared dwelling, almost hostel-like room where you can see that a lot of their belongings are sitting in here as well, locked up in various crates and chests. You have a moment to speak here. I know we're at the closing time, so is there anything you guys wanted to talk about here within the Griffin Watch or related?
No, Beard. Do you
Yes.
sense anything fishy going on?
No, I don't. I think they're very straightforward. They want the orcs and goblins killed.
Should we eradicate the orcs and goblins to gain favor?
I don't see why we shouldn't.
Do you understand how much blood will be on our hands?
Lunarion, you don't think it's already good? Our hands are already covered in blood.
Yes, but these are innocent women and children.
They are. Remember when I asked you about morals, right?
I do.
Maybe I was asking you for myself. Maybe I wasn't talking about just your morals.
Well, what are your morals telling you?
Nothing.
Then will you allow yourself to guide yourself by my morals?
I'm not opposed to it.
Fine. Then when we depart, with whatever party they leave with us, we will kill them all, and then we will return, and we will finish the rest. That is where my
Fine.
morals are leading me. Being told to eradicate women and children, after saying twice there are nothing but women and children, lets me know all that I need to know about the leadership here. We won't go to Griffinhold. It is unfortunate, but I do not feel like we can trust them. Especially after the conversation I just had with the magic wielder there. But that is merely how I'm feeling now. Perhaps I'll wake up feeling a different way. And will you follow me then?
I will follow you to hell, Captain. Quite literally.
Then till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
And that is where we will end our session.
All right, perfect.